everyone, how you doing? This is Mike Jones. I am here to do a quick review. I'm going to try to make it as quick as possible. As you can see, I'm plainly not in my office, my classroom. I'm down in Maryland, working for Delta Defense, speaking to a few of my USCCA partner instructors, speaking to their students about the benefits of becoming a USCCA member. So that's why I'm here right now. But while I'm here, I had some time to kill and I wanted to do a review of two flashlights. The first one is the Streamlight Wedge, and the second one is the Surefire Stiletto. I wanted to compare these two flashlights because they both have a unique feature. They are extremely thin. They have a thin profile, which makes both of them very convenient to slip into a pocket and not feel that bulk of a circular tubular flashlight. So let's start with the Streamlight Wedge. I really like this flashlight. Overall, I love this flashlight. I love, again, the thin profile. When I clip this on the edge of my pocket, it goes into the pocket and it disappears. This profile is excellent. It doesn't rub up against my leg or feel uncomfortable when I sit down because it's so thin. And it's also very easy to use. There's one simple toggle switch. When you press it forward, in the first setting, it emits a light that's 300 lumens, and that will run unabated for 3 hours. Then the second position that you can switch the toggle switch to, that is what they call the throw, THRO position, which stands for temporarily heightened regulated output. Very fancy name. I think that's a marketing thing, something a marketing department came up with, but it is cool. Now the throw position, like I said, is 1,000 lumens. That one only lasts for on a matter of minutes, so you want to use it sparingly, but it does pack a wallop. So I wanted you to see the room, how it looks naturally. I'm going to go shut the lights off. So that's at the first notch in the toggle switch. That's 300 lumens. And we go up to 1,000, and it's pretty effective. 300, 1,000, and I don't think this is fully charged because I think it can go brighter than that. This flashlight just feels really good in my hand. It has a resistance to it to keep it from sliding. It's completely smooth, but it does not slip or slide in your hand. It also has some positions for your thumb, and it has some serrations in it so that you can get a good grip. There's a thumb groove here so that it just feel, or actually it's for your index finger if you want to access the toggle switch with your thumb on the top. Now I will say a couple of things about this flashlight that I don't like. I've typically trained with a flashlight where you have a tail cap so that when you want to take the flashlight right out of your pocket with a tail cap, you can activate the flashlight immediately and then go right into your position to use the flashlight. With this, it puts the toggle switch on the side, and I had a couple flashlights where the button, the power button was on the side, and when you come out of your pocket, you gotta fumble around to get to that button. Well, you don't really have to fumble around here because if you pull this out of your pocket, I kind of index it like I would index a magazine coming out of a magazine holster. So it fits in my pocket like so. And then when I pull it out, I bring it up and just bring my thumb forward. It kind of mimics the grip that you would have on your firearm, where your thumb's forward position, two-handed position on the firearm. But I tell you, I really wish they had a tail cap on here so that I can just activate this thing as soon as it comes out of the pocket. The other thing I don't like about this is well, it charges with a USB port, USB-C, I believe that is. This is the same type of port that you would have on the 2017 MacBook Pro. It comes unprotected, it comes open like that. And even though this is supposed to be waterproof, and this is supposed to be waterproof, I don't know. It seems like to me a small little rubber cap wouldn't hurt to put that on here. Of course, I would rather this be on the side with a small rubber cap and a tail cap switch be here. But those are the only two things I don't like about the flashlight. What I like about the flashlight far outweighs the dislikes, which brings me to the Surefire Wedge. I'm just going to be upfront and tell you I bought this because it is thin, just like the Streamlight, and it has a tail cap switch. But I will tell you this, do not spend your money on this flashlight. I don't like to disparage a product, but I wish I could get my money back for this. Let's talk about, well, it is thin, and you notice that they both have the clip on them. Well, let's talk about that first of all. So with this one, the clip is on the opposite end of the flashlight, and with the Streamlight Wedge, you can switch the clip over to this side if you want to be able to manipulate your flashlight out of your pocket in a way that's more comfortable for you, or if you're right-handed or left-handed, okay? So you can move the clip on either side. This one, it's stuck on one side, and for whatever reason, the clip is fixed on the same end as the flashlight. So if I want to put this and clip this on my pocket, I've got the flashlight pointing up at me. I don't understand the point of that at all. If you wear a cap with a bill on it, you can clip it to your cap. Okay, fantastic. I'm not going to use the flashlight this way. It does have a tail cap switch, but this has got to be the worst design I've ever seen on a flashlight. The body of the flashlight is very slippery. Very slippery. Now let me just say real quick, this is the Surefire Stiletto. There's a Surefire Stiletto Pro. I don't know if the things I'm going to start complaining about have been fixed on that. It's a more expensive model, and I think it's a little bit more advanced. But talking about this one, yeah, the body is very slippery. It does have these really minute striations or serrations in them. But the problem with this thing is, even though it has a tail cap, this switch is so firm and so difficult to manipulate with your thumb. You have to put way too much pressure on this thing to make this thing stay active. I do have a little bit of carpal tunnel, but I'm telling you, I'm not the only person that's been complaining about this. And you have to press this thing so damn hard that look what happens. When you press on it, because it's so slippery, it slips forward. You get no leverage on this thing. It's too short to get any leverage. It's painful to press this thing, and to press it hard enough, it's going to slide the flashlight forward because it's so slippery. Okay, so having said that, if you activate the flashlight with the tail cap, it gives you a beam that's, I believe it's 1,000 lumens. It's a bright beam. Now on the side is another switch to power the flashlight. It gives you 3 different modes. Well, you got high, medium, and low. And you can hit this button here and reprogram it. You press this button, and I think it's supposed to turn blue. And I'm doing all this to make a point. This thing is way too complicated. I don't even remember how to program it. So you can program this power switch here to switch from high, medium, low to low, medium, high. Very complicated, not very intuitive at all. If I have to think about it or pull out the instructions, I'm not going to use it. The tail cap on the back here, the one that's nearly impossible to keep depressed, if you press it 3 times fast, it'll go into strobe mode. Then I think you release it and it'll turn off. It's way too complicated. Just too slippery. The buttons are too difficult to maneuver, particularly the one I would want to use the most, the tail cap button. And the fact that the clip is on the same end as the flashlight. I want it on this end so that the flashlight could be seated down in my pocket, as opposed to the flashlight now sitting up looking at me. It does have a covered USB port It's covered with a little plastic doohickey that keeps that port protected. I wish the Wedge had something like that. One thing I would say with neither one of these flashlights will you have a negligent discharge or it won't go off and drain your battery while it's in your pocket. I will give them both this. But this one, I would say save your money. This will stay at home. I will keep this on hand just like I would keep any regular flashlight. I'm not going to carry this. This is the one I highly recommend. If you can get past the fact that there's no tail cap, you can get past the fact that the USB port is open and seemingly unprotected from dust, I will highly recommend this product. So that's just my quick review. If you have any comments, please put them below. I'd love to hear what you think. Maybe you've had this one. Maybe you can educate me on how to make this thing more functional. All right, but right now, nope, this is going to stay in my drawer. Unless my power goes out, that's when I'm going to go to this flashlight. This is my tactical EDC flashlight from now on. Okay? Subscribe if you like what you heard. Let me know. Give me some feedback. I will talk to you soon. Take care, everyone.